Variety Village is a facility located in Toronto, Scarborough. It is a facility tailored for fitness, with areas of the building specializing in things like sports, cardio, weightlifting, and of course swimming. But many people aren't aware of what the facility actually does, and that is in fact that it is a facility tailored for people with disabilities.
When I'm working with folks with developmental disabilities or any disabilities, my philosophy, not to sound brash, is kind of that I don't care what a diagnosis is any more than the client is. That's not to say I don't emotionally care about the fact that people with disabilities have such a hard time accessing rec and leisure at large out in the world a lot of the time, but I don't necessarily see a diagnosis when I have a client in front of me. I see somebody who wants to achieve a result with the program that they're in. Okay, how do we achieve that? How do you learn well? Are you the kind of person who listens? Are you the kind of person who's tactile? What things do you not understand, and how can I make those concepts accessible to you? Right, ready, go. Nice push, all right, extend, head back. There's a paper somewhere that I read, so I can't take credit for this concept, that frames disability as a teacher, and I think that really resonates with the work that I do at Variety. Whatever it is I do, whatever client I'm meeting with, I'm the one who has to be open to learning. It's legit. Yeah. There's a lot of people I haven't seen in like a year.
When integrating people with disabilities into programs, you try to consider the person's needs and what they're trying to get out of the program. So sometimes it's something as simple as socialization, sometimes they just want to be active, and sometimes they want to build lifelong skills, whether it be like communication or peer interaction or teamwork, and ultimately just providing options for people to kind of decide what's best for them, their family, and for the participant they're caring for that has the disability.
So we serve quite a big geriatric population at Variety Village. We have a very large active aging club. We have a lot of older folks who are learning to swim for the first time or doing physical conditioning, post-injury rehab. And a lot of those folks have been able-bodied for the vast majority of their life, and now in their retirement years are contending with physical disability and access barriers for the first time. And to them, that can feel super disheartening. So in those situations, especially when I'm working with people who are old enough to be my parents or grandparents, I have to come into it with a certain degree of sensitivity and understanding that this person is going through a lot more than I'm ever going to see in front of me teaching a swimming lesson for a half hour once a week. But with the time that I have to make this enjoyable and productive for them.
When preparing staff to work with people with disabilities, I think it's just really critical to communicate to them that it's going to be different for everybody. Every client that you serve is going to have something different about them, and you're going to have to customize that program to meet their needs. Ultimately, I always emphasize that it's critical to show empathy, to show joy and share joy with people, to show patience and understand that everybody's different. When people work at Variety Village, they know that we're really serving the community in a way that's special. It's empowering for a lot of these families. Ultimately, we are enriching people's lives, and when we're training people, always emphasize that it's an inclusive environment. You're here for everyone around you, you're here for the team, and you'll learn how to best serve the clients after you work with them.
One of the first and most valuable lessons that I learned working here, I didn't really come to understand until much later. I was just chatting with our coordinator at the time, and she said to me, at Variety Village and in life, there's no such thing as a 100% rule. Within the framework of the lived experience of a person with a disability, when you never know what access barriers you're going to come up against, you don't know if your usual carer is going to call in sick that day, you don't know if somebody who you run into on the subway is going to decide to be aggressive towards you for no reason, you don't know if the programming you're accessing is as accessible as it says it is. It's true, there's no 100% rule. And it took me a very long time to sort of hit that balance of providing the services that I need to provide at a quality that is expected as an employee of Variety Village, but also recognizing that nothing can be 100% all the time. Days are going to be weird, equipment's going to break, people are going to have rough days, and sometimes you just gotta throw in the towel and say, we'll try again next time. And then I do one of these. And then I do one of these. I think that resiliency and that flexibility that I've learned from our clients and my colleagues has bled out into every other aspect of my life. I'm a much chiller person than I would be without it.
Hey, Maddie. Crushed it today.